Let's explore some character formatting with our Access Manual. Now, character formatting refers to any formatting that affects individual characters or a group of characters that form a word or a paragraph. So it doesn't control alignment and indentation, it controls the physical appearance of the characters. Now, the characters that will be affected by any change to the formatting are the ones that you've highlighted. So if I wanted to change the word databases here, I would highlight it first. So we've already explored the highlighting options. And then in Word 2013, when you highlight a word or a paragraph or a line, a little pop-up box appears, this one here, allowing you to access some of the more common formatting options. Now, the things that we can change in here are the typeface. And if you click this drop down, you see lots of typefaces to choose from. And in fact, as you move through them, it actually applies that typeface to your highlighted text. So in our case, to our word. Now, the only problem is because it's this little pop-up box, we can't actually see what's happening. I'm going to leave the pop-up box as it was, keep the word highlighted, but use the menu at the top here. We're actually on the home ribbon, and there's a section here called font. Now, this again allows us to affect the typeface, and it will change the word in front of us. Unfortunately, it's dropping over the word that we're trying to change. Let's highlight a word over here instead, variety, just so we can see what it's doing. I can move down this list and you can see that it's actually previewing that particular typeface in the document. Now, there are hundreds, and if you happen to download more from the internet and install them, you could reach 1,000 typefaces very, very easily. So these typefaces are the ones installed on your particular machine. So these will differ from machine to machine and installation to installation and differ on the version of Windows that you run. But whichever typefaces you have, they will be displayed in their typeface, and you'll see the little preview as it works through. I quite like Century Schoolbook. So this will only affect the selected text, which is variety. As well as changing the typeface, we can change the point size. Now, there are 72 points in an inch. That's the rough way of figuring out, well, what's 12 points mean? Well, it's 1/6 of an inch. Now, in the drop-down, there are a number of preset values, and again, as you move through, it actually applies a preview of that size so you can see it take place. Now, you're not stuck with the values that are available in the drop list. You can actually just click in and type. So 13 is not there, but I could type it in and it will change the word variety to 13 points. Another option is to use the plus and the minus here that will increase the font and decrease the font. That's quite useful if you just need to make a minor change to the font size and you're not really sure whether you want to be 13, 14, 15, 12. You can just go up and down and go a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, which is a great little tool. Another thing that we can do with our font little box here is actually change the case. There's a little drop down arrow here, change case, and it will change again the selected text only to sentence case. So that only capitalizes the first word in the line. In the case of our variety, it's not the first word in the line, so nothing appears to happen. Totally in lowercase, well, it already is. Totally in uppercase, so the whole word goes into uppercase. Capitalize each word, so that means the V goes to capital. Or toggle case, which is back to front case, rarely used, but because it exists, it's there as an option. And that way we have a lowercase v, but everything else is in uppercase. So that's changing the case. Now, changing the case can be done with a keyboard shortcut as well, and that's Shift and F3. So with variety still selected, if I do Shift F3, changes it to title case, Shift F3 uppercase, Shift F3 lowercase, Shift F3 back round to title case. So notice that the keyboard shortcut doesn't do all 5 options, it just does the 3 main ones, which is title case, uppercase, lowercase. It doesn't offer sentence case, and it doesn't offer that crazy toggle case. You would need to use the option from the menu. Now, these 3 options here of changing the typeface, the size, and the up and down buttons for size, and the case of your text will affect the selected text only. So that was only a word. If I selected this whole line here, then I could make a lot bigger. Typeface, I could change it to uppercase, and it will affect the whole line. In this case, that means the whole title. So you select the text you want to make a change to, and then you can change the typeface, which is the font that is being used, the font size, and the case of the text. When you initially select your text, if I take this line here, you will get a pop-up box with those same options. It has the typeface, it has the size. What it doesn't have in this little nifty pop-up box is the option to change the case. That has to be done on the home ribbon in the font section or with the keyboard shortcut Shift and F3. So we're slowly building the ability to format and make our document look quite beautiful, really.